The Woman King was directed by Gina Prince-Bythewood and stars Viola Davis, Thuso Mbedu, John Boyega, amongst a star cast of very talented actors. Based on true events, this movie tells the story of the Agojie, an elite army of women that was under the kingdom of Dahomey, under King Gezo, and essentially how they were trained to take on the Oyo Empire that was threatening to take them apart. But it also tracks their histories, the things that they were involved in at the time, some of the less squeaky clean aspects of their empire, and also coming to terms with the mistakes that they've made along the way, and eventually trying to stop an invasion from happening. This is a movie that I heard a lot of buzz about, and I was naturally very excited to see what Gina Prince-Bythewood would bring to the forefront of this story, which is an interesting story in itself, and co-written by Maria Bello and Dana Stevens, and the latter also writing the script for this movie. This movie is quite a fascinating biopic. I'd hesitate to even say it's a biopic, or at least it's not a standard by the numbers one. It's not one that necessarily tracks a certain life or something like that, or certain events that are happening. It's telling you a story of one moment in time of Dahomey, and while it does certain things to maybe showcase how certain things eventually transpired when it came to their histories, the movie does a very good job of showcasing all of this in spectacular fashion. And I thought this movie was fantastic. Everything that you're hearing about it is pretty accurate, and the direction, which is on display, and the storytelling is all fantastic. You get some really stellar work here and some great character work also, filled with some amazing performances to go along with it, such as Viola Davis, who is absolutely phenomenal in this movie. I mean, it's one of those things at this point to say Viola Davis is phenomenal in something. You know she's going to be phenomenal in something. She never misses. And she once again continues to prove that she is one of the best actresses we have. But I have to give a very special shout out to Thuso Mbedu. I know she's in the Underground Railroad series on Prime, which I have to confess I have not seen yet. I'm definitely going to see it after this, though. She is fantastic as well, and she might actually be the best performer of the entire movie. She quietly just takes over the entire thing. But I also want to give credit to Lashana Lynch. It's always great seeing her now in things, and she's phenomenal over here too. Really, everybody does a really good job. There's not a single bad performance on display. Everyone's bringing their A game and then some. The action sequences are spectacular. This is some of the most violent PG-13 stuff I think I've seen in a hot minute, and it's really well done. Brutal action sequences that don't shy away from whatever it is that's coming to someone. If someone's getting killed on screen, you're gonna see it. Yeah, you don't see a lot of blood on screen. There's definitely moments where they somewhat cut away, or that CGI wasn't quite in there, but that's okay. The film definitely still manages to do a great job of conveying just how raw and visceral the action sequences are, and never ever trying to skimp out on making sure that is made prevalent to the audience that is watching it. And I could definitely tell that with my audience, because my place was packed. I haven't been to an advanced screening in about 2.5 years, I should tell you. It's been a while, so going to one where there were other members of the press was pretty awesome. And it was also great to see a very involved audience in this movie. This is definitely going to be a movie that you're gonna want to see with a lot of people. And like I said earlier, the movie does not shy away when it comes to exploring all aspects of the Dahomey. And so the movie will constantly point out that there are things that are going on over here that aren't necessarily the best. And the movie walks that line very carefully, in my opinion. And it manages to, like I said, create a very full profile of everything that you're watching. And also, it impacts all the individual characters as well. No spoilers, but there are certain things with some of the lead characters that are consequences of certain decisions that have been made. And it is a credit to the storytelling that it manages to hit all of those notes as well as it can. Could it have spent a little more time on it at some points? Perhaps. I think it could have done a few more things here and there, but it still managed to be solid enough in that approach. Also, the film was surprisingly quite humorous. There's a lot of moments, especially with Lashana Lynch, which are pretty funny. There's a lot of giggly moments and chuckle-worthy moments throughout the film, and that was pretty fun. So the film managed to keep that up as well. I have to give credit. This movie honestly kind of knocks it out of the park in pretty much every single way. I think this is deserving of all the praise that you're going to hear it get. I think it's going to be a film that is going to be enjoyed by a lot of people. I mean, the critics are like really loving it at the moment. I'm seeing the reviews coming out of Toronto Film Festival. They're pretty great. I'm looking forward to seeing what more critics are going to have to say as the days progress. It's out in theaters this weekend, and I'm looking forward to hearing everyone's thoughts on the movie, because I think you have something really, really great over here. And Gina Prince-Bythewood, she's made one of the better movies of the year. I would even say it's one of the best, honestly. And I can't wait to see what she does next. I can't wait to see these cast members in their next future projects, especially Thuso Mbedu. That girl's gonna be a star, a major, major star, and just continue to rise up the ranks. And I can't wait to see what else is coming from them. I'm gonna give The Woman King a 9.5 out of 10. Fantastic movie. I just really liked seeing it with such an energetic audience. Like, I mean, I really missed those experiences, and so that was pretty great over here. There's a lot of moments in the movie which definitely had them responding quite well, and I mean, they were great moments. So definitely some wins over there. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Have any of you seen The Woman King yet? Let me know in the comments down below if you have, and what did you think of it. As always, if you like this, please do subscribe. Lots more reviews coming. There's so much releasing at the moment, and I'm looking forward to talking about all of those things with you guys. As always, if you like this, please do subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the movies.